Cubs hosting the Reds. The Reds are plus 130 on the money line. The Cubs are minus 160. Over under 8 runs. The Reds getting a run and a half on the run line are minus 170, meaning if you bet them that way, they win outright, you win. They lose by 1, you win. And the Cubs laying a run and a half on the run line are plus 140, meaning if you bet them that way, they have to win by 2. Ashcraft pitched 4 times against the Cubs last year, and the Reds lost every one of those games. 2 1/3, 7 runs, 7 earned. They lost 15-7 in Chicago. 6 1/3, 4 runs, 3 earned. They lost 7-2 in Cincinnati. 2 2/3, 6 runs, 5 earned. They lost 6-1, and that was in Chicago. 5 1/3, 7 runs, 7 earned, and they lost 15-2 in Cincinnati. They did not they did not play very well when he pitched against the Cubs. Smiley pitched once against the Reds, 4 2/3, 7 runs, 6 of which were earned, and they lost that game 7-6 in Cincinnati. So neither one of these pitchers have had strong outings against the opposing team. The Reds are 5-5 as a team with Ashcraft on the mound. They've lost his last 2 starts. He's averaging 5 1/3 innings pitched and 4.1 strikeouts per game in those games. The Cubs are 7-3 as a team with Smiley on the mound. He's averaging 5 1/3 innings pitched and 5.1 strikeouts per game in those games, so a batter an inning. Head to head, the home team is 6-4, although the road team has won the last 3 games. The Reds have won the last 2 games. These teams are 5-5 against each other in their last 10. The underdog has won the last 2 games that they played against each other. The favorite is 6-4 on the money line. The favorite or the underdog getting or laying runs is 5-5. There have been 3 one-run games in their last 10 meetings, 1 in their last 4. The overs hit in their last 5 games. The over is 6-3-1, and the over 8 specifically is 6-4. The game they played yesterday, the Reds won 8-5, and why they were an underdog in that game when Talion is like 0-10, I don't know. The game before that, the Reds won 9-0. The game before that, the Cubs won 12-5. The game before that, the Reds won 7-6. All of those games were played this year. The Reds are 3-1 in their last 4 and 4-6 in their last 10. 13 runs, 3 runs, 9 runs, 13 runs. 10 runs and a win, 1 run and a loss, 9 runs and a win, 8 runs and a win. They're on a 2-game winning streak, the Reds. The Cubs have dropped their last 3 games. They are 1-3 in their last 4 and 3-7 in their last 10. 6 runs, 11 runs, 9 runs, 13 runs. 4 runs and a win, 1 run and a loss, shutout and a loss, and 5 runs and a loss. I'm really on the fence about this game. I think this is going to be one of those 1-run games, and I'm going to hedge my bets here because the only reason I'm picking the Cubs to win this game is because Smiley is on the mound. So I'm going to take the Cubs with the money line. I'm going to take the Reds getting the runs, and I'm going to go over because looking at the scores, when both of these pitchers pitched against the opposing team, they were all high scoring. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut and please bet responsibly.